What's up guys, it's Eric here. Today we are VOD reviewing the second place player from the Shurima Cup. Very notable streamer, Sub-Zero. Okay, this is one of my VODs from stream yesterday. This was a viewer game with some familiar names if you guys are in my chat or on YouTube. So yeah, it was a fun game. This was a Rogue plus Ixtal reroll game. This is a comp that I've really wanted to try out. I've seen a lot of people kind of going crazy with it. And I see this like double Graves plus Milio shop and I say, okay, like we can definitely think about playing this comp from this spot. I'm still not completely sure what the perfect way to play this comp is. So if you guys have tried this comp out and you've had some success, please let me know like what you guys are doing. Because this game I play around hitting like Graves 3. I'm sure there's a version where you just kind of skip past all the one costs. I know for sure there's a version I've seen where you play around like Graves 3 and even like Alawi 3 because Alawi synergizes with Neeko, but that's kind of difficult. And like here I see the rogue heart and you gotta play it. And then I hit Milio too, and then I just say rogues in chat. But yeah, so like there's this kind of version where I'm gonna like play lower level. Then there's other versions that are like sort of different from that, you know? There's like versions where you push levels and just go for like Qiyana 3 and then like Ekko 3, Katarina 3. I am not completely sure what's best yet. And then there's also like the question of play to play the big slappy lady Alawi or to not play Alawi, which I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure. I tried a game on Alawi. I forget if this is, I think this is not the game where I played Alawi. But I tried playing Alawi one of the games and it felt kind of underwhelming. It kind of just sat on my board and did nothing. But like as you can see here, like I'm interested in holding on to this Alawi. Maybe this is the game where I play Alawi. I see that someone's playing Slayer Heart, so I'm like, well, hopefully they don't hold too many Qiyanas. But it's okay. Also, just item-wise, to talk about that for a second, we have this rod here, which is probably going to end up becoming an item for Ekko or Katarina, depending on which one I play. It could even just be straight up JG. This bow is a little hard to kill. I think Titans is probably okay on a unit like Qiyana, but not insane. So yeah, I wasn't actually 100% sure how to kill this component here. And yeah, like you see here, like I really want to be able to make 20 gold here, so I just say, okay, if I lose the fight, which is likely that I will because my board is not that strong, then I'll just sell the Alawi, and that's life. Like, you don't necessarily need here. As you can see as well, I'm putting Qiyana on the grass hex. If you guys don't know what... Is it grass or wind? Maybe it's supposed to be wind, but, you know, like, it's like Qiyana, so it's grass. In any case, whichever one it is, it gives your units permanent scaling HP. So this is post the buff here. Let me just talk through my item selection here. I end up going for tier here to just make Hodge. This is probably a mistake. Yoruwaza, I believe, in my chat really turned me on to the idea of building Night Harvester. Night Harvester kind of goes crazy in these type of comps. I do get to make 30 gold here, though, because I took the tier, so that's something. But, like, I think the tier is actually pretty bad. You don't really want that many tiers. If anything, maybe it was, like, another glove, because this comp needs infinite gloves. You really want Night Harvester, and then, like, IE Hodge goes crazy as, like, a, you know, like, crit plus sustain setup. And I have the Hodge, you know, but I don't know. It just... I think Night Harvester is probably a much higher priority item, so I do end up building at least one of those late game, so you guys can see how it performs later. But yeah, we have a pretty decent loss streak opener. I wish we had lost 2-2, but we fought someone who's just kind of weak. I also see this person who's like scaling up their Neeko, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of scary, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. Our board's all right. Like we're killing units at least. We're not taking infinite damage. What was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. So grass, it gives your units permanent scaling HP and also gives them 10% increase in max HP. This Qiyana is going to get very, very, very tanky, which is kind of interesting for like a rogue. You don't necessarily like need those tank stats that much, but it's not actually that bad on her. Providing this, like making this super, super tanky carry that, you know, I mean, she's going to be on the front line for a lot of the fights. She is going to be tanking aggro. And so like if she can get to her like first cast before dropping below half HP, then like it takes her a much longer time to proc rogue, which I guess in some situations is actually a bad thing. Like you want her to be able to instantly proc it so she can get to backline. But other times it's nice just to sort of like draw out the fight. But yeah, we get dropped to Katarina here. We are in Dreaming Pool, which like honestly, I was so out of it. Like I completely forgot that we were in Dreaming Pool. But yeah, like here, I don't know. Like when we start rolling for Graves here, we actually find a lot of Graves and a lot of Katarinas. We just randomly find Katarina too, by the way. Katarina 2 before Graves 3. So, like, I don't know. If you don't have a lot of Graves, maybe the game plan is just don't really care that much about Graves, especially with Rogue plus 1, and play around more like Katarina plus Ekko. I think I still have yet to sort of like figure out how to optimally play this comp, and it feels a little bit clunky right now, but still very, very strong in the games that I've played. Healing Orbs, I think, is a very solid augment in this comp, just like really, really solid. I was kind of thinking Bronze Ticket because like I have so much more space left to reroll, but I don't know. I think Healing Orbs is just too good in this situation, so I am gonna lean towards taking that. Oh wait, no, I'm crazy. I was gonna lean towards taking Bronze Ticket, but then I get dropped to a Lotus like a beast. Okay. That's funny that I forgot my own reasoning. I ended up leaning towards Bronze Ticket actually because I was like, okay, I do kind of need. I do have infinite stuff to hit in this situation. I think there's another game where I took Healing Orbs, and I already have the Hodge, and I can already make Gunblade here, so like I don't really need the healing that much. Of course, we don't end up taking either one. We end up taking Jeweled Lotus, and Jeweled Lotus obviously is really, really good here because I kill my IE component, so it's actually gonna be really hard to get to IE this game. So like this basically gives me a free item slot on Qiyana that I am really happy to get because it's very unlikely I'll be able to get to IE for her as well. At this point, I'm just sitting level 5, and I'm going to slow roll and look for Graves 3, but like, here's the awkward thing. Like, I've itemized this Katarina with Gunblade because we have a Katarina 2, like, she's definitely stronger than Graves 2 here. But now I'm going to end up hitting like a Graves 3, I don't actually have any items for him, and I'm like very far off of having items for him. So like this is what I mean when I say like I feel like my play on this comp is a little bit suboptimal. We have this bow open here. I think I just take Titans here. Yeah, that makes sense. Just finish out Titans on Qiyana. I think it's a decent item on her, but still, like I said, like not 100% sure. I'm thinking is sort of like similar to if you guys played like Rogue Zed last set, something similar to that. We end up getting the Neeko in, which 3 Ixtal just gives you another Hex, so now I can scale up both the Qiyana's HP and another unit here. And now we're 1 off Graves, so I just roll a bit, find Graves 3. At this point, I'm like, okay, I guess I should put Graves on the Hex, right? Like, I should scale up his HP because I have a Graves 3. But yeah, like, this feels awkward that like I have a Graves 3, but my items are stuck on Katarina. If anything, maybe I should have just Gunbladed Graves, and then like said, okay, eventually we'll find Katarina items later. Because you see, like Katarina's the 3rd most damage dealer, and like she has an item. Like yeah, I should probably just be playing more around actually Graves. I do end up hitting Qiyana here, which is really nice. Now I can potentially push levels. It's interesting because I have Rogue plus 1. There's not so much that I need to fit in here. I can fit in like a random gunner. I can fit in a Slayer as well, which is really nice. Mordekaiser tends to be what you want to play, and he is also Noxus with Katarina, so if you get Noxus plus 1, you can play for 3 Noxus, which is like, alright. It's not amazing. Like, 3 Noxus I don't think is worth, like, taking an augment that gives you it, but, like, maybe if you get a spat, like, I've built Noxus spat in the past, or if you get, like, late game, you can fit in, like, a Scion or something like that. But yeah, at this point, we're going to push levels, and then, now that we've hit the 1 cost that we care about, we're going to slow roll on 6 and look for Qiyana, because this is really like a Qiyana reroll setup. You know, we've put Qiyana, we have Qiyana carrying all of our items. I guess the other possibility is maybe, like, you don't care so much about Qiyana. Like, maybe you itemize Graves and Katarina, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of Qiyana itemized. Okay, so I already have Katarina. I have to choose between Ekko and Katarina to play. I consider not even building the Ekko there, but I think this actually makes a lot of sense, is I'm going to play for both of them. Also, I just get drop Night Harvester for free, which is amazing. I feel like this item just goes crazy on rogues because, I mean, it just makes perfect sense with them, right? They drop low, drop aggro, proc Night Harvester. If you guys don't know, Night Harvester, a new item, it gives you a flat, well, it's a percent increase in your damage, but it's a flat percent, which is a stupid statement. Oh, by the way, I just reroll these and hit Ixtal Heart, which, if you see over there, Ixtal 4 is actually kind of insane. Every 4 seconds, your Ixtal units gain 15 AP and 15% AD. Kind of reminds me of like Windy Jana. Oh, I guess that's literally what it is, right? And that makes sense because it's like wind. But like, especially on a unit like Qiyana, that's just gonna be dashing around the entire board, buying a ton of time for herself. It seems amazing. She's also, I mean, not really. She has mixed damage, I believe. I'm pretty sure her spell scales off AD and AP. So she even like uses both well. So I feel like it's a no-brainer here. And like, yeah, this Ixtal setup goes kind of crazy. Because yeah, like if Qiyana just doesn't get one shot, she is going to be a monster by the end of these fights. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, this fight she ends up dying relatively quickly, but like she still does 5.3k, and this is a Qiyana 2 run early stage 4, so kind of nuts. But yeah, Well, my point about the Ekko and the Katarina earlier, I just like stay open to both here basically. So like you see now I have 6 Echoes and I only have 4 Katarinas. If I hit Echo 3 like much sooner than I hit Katarina 3, then I'm like, okay, well I'll just like play for Echo 3 instead. So yeah, like I have to spend a little bit of extra gold obviously because like you're gonna lose 1 gold when you sell this Katarina 2 or this Echo 2. So I pay a little bit of gold, but I gain the optionality, which seems really good to me, honestly. There are possibilities maybe I just shouldn't have bought Graves 3 and like rolled down for Graves. I don't know. I'm curious to see when it comes to live and like when people play this comp a lot, like what the version, like what the dominant version of this comp is. We have, I believe, what was that we had open there? I think it was, I think we just take another, is it belt? Yeah, we have belt open. I just say Qiyana with glove just because we need as many gloves as possible. In worst case, this can be guard breaker. But I mean, like I was talking about earlier, this comp needs so many gloves. Also, you see, like as I roll down, I actually am just hitting all these Milios on 6, so I can actually just go for Milio 3. I think like I'm like for a second I'm like Guardbreaker Slam could be a thing, but honestly I want to greed both these components and we can go for something like a Starax plus Night Harvester, which would be really good. Starax plus IU would also be really good. Starax Graves, Starax Gauge, of course, is the new belt plus sword item, what used to be Zeke's Herald. It gives your unit, for sort of similar to Night Harvester, when they drop below 60% HP, they gain extra max HP and AD, which seems really, really good when we're just scaling up our unit's max HP the entire game. But yeah, as you can see here, we hit the Milio, which is kind of hilarious, but we'll just have Milio sitting in the backline. I look at the Milio, though, and you know what's funny about Milio is that when you star him up, his spell doesn't get any better. Like, his stun doesn't get any better. He just does more damage. I'm kind of like, oh my god, why did I buy this Milio? Like what am I doing? But like, honestly, I mean, it's worth it. He'll do a little bit of damage every fight. Like, it's worth the tiny amount of gold I spent on him. But it is kind of sad. Like, I wish his spell actually scaled up a bit, but I guess they're afraid of making him too strong. But like, as you can see, just hitting like Graves 3 and like Qiyana 2 and this 4 Rogue board, like, we're incredibly stable. We do need to kind of like hit to like actually get to late game. Like if we're stuck on exactly this board, stage 5, we're going to be taking bad losses. But it is kind of nice how hard 4 Rogue stabilizes. Like I was talking about this on stream. Like 4 Rogue is actually like an actual real comp now, and I hope that they don't change that on PBE. But yeah, we do end up actually getting the Night Harvester Starax, which is kind of insane. Because we were close to a lot of stuff, I thought about like rolling deeper there, but I don't think we actually need to. And I do end up just selling the Scion here, just to keep the options open still for the Katarina or the Ekko. Like he's a solid unit, but he's not coming in until level 7, and level 7's like a little bit far off. So yeah, we just don't buy it. But like as you can see, like this fight, we actually take like a not great loss because we're fighting an actually really strong board with like Neela 2, Shen 2, all that kind of stuff. Like we do kind of need to hit sooner rather than later, so I'm gonna dip a little bit here, down to like 40-30 gold, just to try to find something. I do also just opt at this point to sell the Katarina, not only so that I can, you know, go back up to 50 gold, but also so that I can move this Gunblade over to Graves so I can actually itemize him, which, you know, makes a lot of sense. You don't want all your items stuck on this Katarina 2. I'd much prefer my items be on this Graves 3. Also, this board from Becca in my chat, like, what is this, man? I'm playing against Warwick 3, like, with Zon +1. Like, she was actually cooking this game, but it was very obnoxious cooking. As I get, like, really close to everything, I just decide, okay, I'm definitely going to roll it down here, find Ekko, and now I just need to find 1 Qiyana on the roll down. We roll it to 0 gold, and we do not find a single Qiyana because Mortdog hates us. Honestly, I think I low-rolled my units pretty hard this game, right? Like, it was actually so hard. Like, the fact that it's 5-3 here, and I don't have Qiyana is pretty insane. To be fair, I rolled on 3-1, but, like, honestly, shouldn't that, like, increase your chance of hitting Qiyana a little bit? In any case, item-wise here, I want to go for an Ekko item. I believe I go for Hodge. It's also on a 5 cost, which is nice. But yeah, I just want to start itemizing Ekko. Other option may be, like, Ionic or something, but I don't know. It's probably just Hodge, so that he has some healing onto him. We do end up getting Qiyana after Carousel. Okay, I want to ask you guys something, by the way, because I was talking about this on stream. You guys know if, like, I feel like the round after Carousel, you have an increased chance of hitting upgrades. Obviously, I have no way of verifying this, and Riot has never said if that's the case, but I feel like it's actually increased. And, like, I know Riot does some, like, slightly weird things with, like, the pool, and, like, you know, Dorwaz was talking about how there's, like, low roll protection or something like that. Like, maybe that's what it is, that it comes after Carousel or something. But yeah, it just feels like right after Carousel, I always hit. By the way, I fought Mighty, I think there. Um, this comp is so crazy because like I look at that fight in the start, I'm like, oh my god, my team's getting one shot, and then Qiyana just lives forever, and I'm like, oh, never mind, we are hard chilling. So yeah, we have to fight Becca's board again, which is I think this time we can actually burst through the wait. Actually, I don't know if we burst through the Warwick because this Warwick has Shimmer Injector, man, 6 on Shimmer Injector, and he like heals to full. So yeah, I think we just like this fight is so sad that we just barely lose this and drop down to 16 HP. It's actually just a travesty. It's kind of bad for us that we actually aren't playing around Katarina this game because Katarina would provide healing reduction for our team, but we actually don't have healing reduction now. So honestly, maybe we should have gone out of our way to find like a Sunfire or something. You can see as well, I'm holding onto this Jinx for level up. We do end up getting the Aatrox because we can't get an Ixtal and we can't get a Rogue. We just end up getting him in, which is a solid Slayer. And then we get Jinx in, and it's, I didn't even realize, but it's also Zon, which is pretty nice. Augment-wise, or item-wise here, I guess I could have, talking about any healing reduction, gone for Reroll here, but I think Night Harvester is just too good of an item on Rogues, especially onto this Ekko 3, so that's what I opt for here. And like, as you can see, like, my god, with the triple Night Harvester setup, by the way, one on Qiyana, one on Ekko, and one on Graves, like, our items just look so good. I believe, yeah, I'm gonna chill for a little bit, but the second I ever end up with Ekka in my pool again, like, I'm just gonna roll it down because, like, that Warwick board is giving me a lot of trouble, and I do want to actually hit Neeko 3, even though I have no items for him. It's kind of an awkward game because I took all combat augments. Um, I guess something to point out, by the way, for everyone who's curious about it, I am playing Ornn this game. I feel like Ornn, based on my experience, has just been giga broken on PBE. Like, I feel like a lot of the new items that are Ornn artifacts are kind of nuts. Like, the fact that you can get, like, a Mogul's Mail to start the game off Ornn is, like, kind of nuts. But yeah, as you can see here, I have her in my pool, and I'm just going to roll down here and look for Neeko 3. And I do end up actually hitting, which is pretty nice. I mean, it's a 0-item Neeko, but, like, it matters. It matters a bit. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of the new items go really crazy, and also I just feel like so many comps like need multiple carries. It's a story for another day, and we just barely end up beating her, which is kind of wild and securing a top 2 spot. But yeah, this fight was even almost a loss with Neeko 3, so I definitely think it was appropriate for us to roll down here. I look at Carousel here, and I see that there is another Night Harvester, so I just say, you know what, why not? Like, they do kind of stack. I mean, they're both damage amplification, so like you don't really need double damage amp. Like, I'd much prefer like a JG here because that would be way more damage amp, but I can't get a JG, and this is like not bad. So that's what I end up taking here. We are fighting this vertical Slayer board that I was afraid was going to contest me, but they ended up actually not contesting. They just played for Rek'Sai 3 plus Quinn 3, and this board actually goes crazy. I still need to try this board some more. But like, look how close this fight is. Like, it's insanely close, and I believe I don't know how the next fight ends up going, but I think I don't know. No spoilers, but we will see. Like, their board is, I don't know. This Quinn unit's insane. They are playing, yeah. So there's 7 Slayer. Oh yeah, they are 7 Slayer. Um, it's also like it's kind of hard for me to swap here. I want to swap and put Qiyana like same side as Quinn, so that she can kill the Quinn and get Rogue proc. I also want her to get the Aatrox buff. But yeah, you see this. The real like determining factor in these fights is the Jarvan. Like, every single time. Like, I don't know. Maybe watching this game back, I can see a way that I could like play around Jarvan. They are also going to get Aatrox too here, I believe. Yeah, I think they have Aatrox pair. I also just did not notice, but I think they have 7 Mordekaisers. Yeah, unless that's only 4. I ended up tailoring for Aatrox here. I'm pretty sure, Dorwaza pointed this out, I'm pretty sure I should just play for Gangplank here. I think Gangplank goes crazy. Obviously, if like I put GP in over the Jinx, then I would lose Zon, but like it's actually so much better because GP's spell provides CC reduction, which is like insane against this board. Like, if I had the GP cast, I could take like, is there like a Shojin for him there or something? I could take something like that. If his ship comes in now and like gives my entire team CC reduction, like I think I actually win this fight. So I think that was probably the way that I win. But still, like, this Jarvan once again like CC's my entire team, and it is a second. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think it really showed off how this comp plays. If you guys have played this comp, if you played a similar version without Graves 3, with Alawi 3, without either, I'm curious to see how it's played for you guys, what versions you guys have seen that have done really well. I know Dorwaz was talking about like a 4 Gunner Graves version, which I don't know, sounds bad to me, but maybe it's actually good. I guess we'll see. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one. Bye.